FIFA World Cup. We are looking at the South American qualifying table, the prerequisites to get to the World Cup, and we're looking at what Africa has been given now. 9 group toppers will make it to the World Cup, and we've spoken about both extensively, but we just want to do a small comparison, a short one. Which of them is more difficult? Which of the routes, the African World Cup qualifiers or the South American World Cup qualifiers, which is more difficult?
The African.
No, Andy, you go first.
The African.
Why?
See, these South American teams have been playing against themselves for
God knows how long.
There are 10 of them.
Yes.
So it means you are going to play 18 games.
Yes.
9 home, 9 away. Africa, Ghana is playing. How many are we in the group?
We are
6. So
we are
5
playing,
home, 5 away.
yes.
We are playing 10 matches.
Yes.
They are playing 18 matches. Why do you think this is more?
So let's
easier.
go back to, forget about this 9, right? Let's go back to the normal 5. Let me give you an example with the normal 5. The normal 5 that we had, we used to play a lot of qualifying series. So, quote unquote, the small teams or the small countries like Eswatini, Djibouti, they will play. Comoros those days. Now they have elevated themselves. Comoros will play the first qualifying round like the Champions League. They will play, and they'll just get to only 32 African teams, groups of 8, and we'll play ourselves. We'll play ourselves down to another. So we get to groups of 5.
Yeah,
they will skew it to groups of 5. That is the final one before anyone that tops that group qualifies
automatically.
So you could see that every time. From 2000, that's from 19. That's when they bought the 5 teams. You were seeing not the big African teams making it, but the teams that will put enough. Senegal 2002, they came from nowhere. 2006, I think the 2006 World Cup was I think one of the best World Cup. I mean, to me, the best World Cup I have witnessed, because that was my first World Cup. But notwithstanding the fact that we saw teams, their very first time, we had Angola.
Yeah.
We had Ghana. We had Togo. Who would have thought?
Yeah, it was Togo.
We had Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Serbia, Montenegro, Ukraine. When they came, Ukraine went all the way to the last system without conceding the goal.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, if
They
not for
had
Italy.
Andrei
Yeah,
Shevchenko.
if not for Italy doing their thing against them. So we could see that World Cup, there were a lot of surprises, but the African, let's focus on Africa. Togo, Angola, there was no way they were going to make it. But they had to go through all these qualifying stages to make it. 2010, let's get back to 2010. Nigeria have them puffed. Finally, they made it. Ghana had to do the same thing. We had to win our first 4 matches and we qualified. We had to go through this same rigorous thing again. So you can see that the African teams from 54, people have to play qualifiers. Djibouti, all these countries, we skew it and we go and play. You have to skew it again. So it's 3 times of skewing. It's like you're cooking food. You parboil the rice. You go and pour water inside. You parboil it again, and you parboil it again for the 3rd time. Until I understand that there are 18 games that you have to play in South America. But let's be honest. Paraguay, Chile, their friends, Ecuador. If not for recently, Ecuador has gotten some good couple of players. Ecuador, Venezuela. If you're Brazil, if you are Argentina, you have a very field day. You enjoy yourself. It's the same old people that come to the World Cup every year from the South American terrain. Chile, Brazil, Uruguay didn't even used to come for a while. Chile, Brazil, that is Paraguay, Argentina. But with Africa, it used to change all the time. It will change all the time because ours is skewed 3 or 4 times before recently that they bought these 9 African slots. First, it used to be only 1. South America was still sending 4 or 5 when it used to be only 1 for
4.
Africa. Yes. So it's always very difficult for Africa. And we didn't even used to have these intercontinental playoffs. So at least they had intercontinental playoffs. 2006, remember, Uruguay had to go and play a playoff against Australia and they lost on penalties. So at least they had a respite. We did 5th crime playoffs at that time. Africa, no, if you don't make it, you're gone. You're gone. Go and ask Liberia. They were gone. And that was it. They have not even tried to even make a stance. I watched their points and it was so bad. I was like, 2002, they had qualified. You understand? So the African terrain or the African qualifiers is very difficult. See our pitches, see flights. And if I have a match at Eswatini, how am I? Eswatini.
So I was speaking to a Sawajan the other day, and he told me that when you have to play an African qualifier,
Yeah.
an AFCON match or an African Cup of Nations qualifier,
Yeah.
the level of physicality is unbelievable, but we don't see it from the screens. He says you go to a place like Luanda, you're going to play Angola. He said when they tackle you, when you feel the tackle, you know what it's about. So I understand the physicality of the African league, but the South Americans, I mean, per the number of matches and the fact that if you are Venezuela and you have to play Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, that's a difficult route. What do you think, Vipa?
And you see, I think Terry has put it into good perspective. I was looking at something here. The team that is playing in the playoff is Bolivia. They're on 20 points. Egypt currently have not qualified from Africa. They're on 20 points.
Oh, yes.
Ghana is on 19 points with 2 games to spare. So the obviously the team that amassed the most points is 38 from 18 games.
Yeah.
So strike the average and compare it to what we are seeing here. It means that relatively it's difficult to qualify from the African terrain. And you see, there's a bit of familiarity that comes with playing each other.
Yeah.
Like playing against one another. It's sometimes it gets stereotypical. And there are times where you see this Brazil and Argentina having a long run of wins against these lower opposition. You hardly see it happen. Even now with our format, it is very difficult. So you look at a group like where's the group? The Gabon group.
Cote d'Ivoire first.
There's Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, 20. Gabon, 19.
You understand? And if Gabon should win the next 2 games, they go on 25 points. And if even with those limited matches, if they go on 25 points, they are still in contention for that spot that Bolivia is occupying. You understand? So if the Moroccan group had 5 teams instead of 6. Morocco have won 7 out of 7, 21 points.
Yeah, but when you use the points, the number of games are not the same.
That's why I'm saying that you are the mass people. Strike the average.
Strike the average.
And you know that most of the African teams here, if they were drafted into these particular groups, even with our playing format, they would be doing better than some of the teams that have qualified. That is not to discredit the South American qualification, but I feel that it stems from the fact that there are only 10 within that region. So maybe FIFA thought it wise to put all of them together. They call it the round robin format, if I'm correct. Play each other, and then the teams that accumulate the most points, the top 6, get to qualify.
Raymond has a message for V-Power and for Andy. Raymond has sent me a message. I mean, for those of you who watch the morning show, you know the controversial Koku Ramon. Now, Raymond says that who says qualifying from South America is easy? They are virtually playing a league. 18 games. Do you know the altitude in Bolivia?
Only Bolivia. Which other country again?
No, well, in the western part of the northwestern part of South America, it's where the Andes Mountains, Peru, all those places are highland areas.
But I think the worst place to play is Bolivia.
Yeah, I think
in
Bolivia
terms of the altitude. That is why.
I remember Argentina went there.
That is why we see these players with
the players were bleeding from their noses.
Oxygen support, and so it's chaotic to play there. But there's a bit. I'm not so much of a science person, but you acclimatize. So when you're going to Bolivia, you know that look, these are not friendly conditions. So over the years, if you've played Bolivia there, and you definitely devise a strategy.
What's the possible strategy? Because the team that tried to qualify for France '98, who went to Bolivia, let's say playing in Paraguay, you won't have the same starting 11 or the same 26. You have a completely different team.
Let me tell you something.
And there's very little you can do about weather conditions.
That's what I'm saying. But
climatic conditions
if I need 3 points, and Brazil, it's my final game against Bolivia, and I need 3 points.
Yeah.
If the game is, say, 3 days away, I should be there earlier if I have the chance. That is how you strategize.
What kind of advantage does it give you?
When Germany played in 2014, when Germany won the 2014 World Cup in Brazil.
Yeah.
I was told by Coach Vicente Abiu, you'd know him. Germany had to export soil. They had to export grass. They had to get grass from Germany and go and play. So their training camp and everything was German material. They strategized. You understand? They even had to get samples of the soil in Brazil. Look,
for what purposes?
So that they know what they are coming up against. So the teams that are doing football seriously, they don't take science out of it.
If it was Ghana, you would say for Malam purposes.
So I'm saying that the game is more scientific now. So scientifically, there's an approach to that Bolivian situation. I don't think Bolivia wins every game at home.
No.
You understand?
No. I mean, there was a particular Bolivian team that did something like that in one of the World Cup qualifiers. So it was impossible for that was the year where the Argentines were bleeding from their noses. It was impossible for anybody to win a La Paz at the time.
Yes. So even if these qualifying series they had won every game at home, probably they would be one of the best teams. They wouldn't even be fighting for a playoff slot.
They scored 17 goals and conceded 35.
And their chances of even qualifying is difficult because, like Terry said, if they are on the African route, the top 4 teams that will play second here, I think they stand a better chance of advancing over Bolivia. Yeah. So some of these things are a bit scientific. Hugo Bruce mentioned that playing at a Free State Stadium was not a wise decision from South Africa because they have some of the best pitches on the African continent. What did they do? They took Nigeria to the into three pitch because they needed results. Thompson Feet says, I think he says when he was coaching one of the African teams, there was a game they had to play on a very bad pitch. So these conditions happen to give you the results. Sometimes you have to be silly. When the Northern Africans do it, you guys complain that it's part of the game.
They are putting water on the pitch and they are playing delayed tactics.
It's part of the game.
And they let you go and sleep in the classroom.
Of course.
Look, I remember Hasselhoff had to go to was it Congo Brazzaville?
Yeah. Yes,
I've forgotten.
Here they are bounced. The Liverpool game they beat Barcelona. They kept crediting the ball boys. That Trent corner taking quickly. You saw the reaction of the ball boys. Some I come from Dew Equiapim or Dew Okre. Anybody that knows Dew youngsters. And a senior colleague tells me that during those days, when Dew plays the likes of Kotoko and Haas, they have a strategy. They do it with the ball boys. So when they are leading Kotoko by a goal, they tell the ball boys to delay. You see, it's tactics. So they tell you delay. When they are down and they need a point or 3 points, the balls come in as fast as alacrity itself. So there are tactics to the game. There will be advantages. But if you are playing 18 games and out of 10 teams, 60% are qualified automatically. Oh, Charlie, come on. Tell Raymond that.
Raymond has further questions. He has further questions.
But what does Achiagbeshi mean?
Achiagbeshi, push him down.
Okay.
Or push you down. Or you just go and fall down. Like, you just go and stand there, they push you.
He has a way of saying it.
Achiagbeshi box. Well, anyway, Raymond is asking that of all the teams from South America who have qualified, how many African teams can beat them? Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil, Uruguay. Uruguay beat us at the World Cup. Brazil beat us first time. We've spoken about all of that. I'm sure he hadn't tuned in then. But all 6 teams from South America will beat any African opposition they face.
It is untrue.
That's what Raymond is saying.
Until you put them in a real situation, you cannot say they will beat all the African teams.
Because this Bolivia, they're Ghana for fiscal.
And also there's the same South Americans, the Entebbe European teams that we see, these Entebbe teams that we see, hungry themselves, then go finish Colombia.
You see, and I like that Terry's part. I think he goes into the history bits a lot. Terry has told us some shocking surprises that have come African teams have shocked the world.
Oh yeah.
So the Cameroon, the Senegal.
Cameroon beats the best team. The best. That was Colombia in 1990. Beat them. They beat even Argentina.
Argentina was the defender.
Yes.
So these things, you see, until they play, maybe Ghana doesn't have a good record.
Oh yeah.
Versus Brazil, fine. Look.
But is Raymond saying Senegal can beat Bolivia, Paraguay,
But the Senegal not
or Morocco?
The Senegal not
Morocco
beat
cannot beat
England recently.
I'm shocked.
Raymond.
Look, we are
Paraguay. They will give them a Wisa. We give them Wisa.
So look, maybe I get what Raymond is saying. Maybe he feels that the African teams are not strong enough. But look, football is funny.
Oh yeah.
And it has its own way of rewarding. If you put them in a real game situation, that is where you see maybe somebody could get a red card.
Oh yeah.
A goalkeeper would an onano of a goalkeeper would spill a ball. Somebody will get a lucky strike into the back of them. You can never be so sure with football and results. Though there are some games you know that okay, Argentina is playing, let's say DR Congo, and you know the chances of DR Congo is slim. But there are times where even on the bookies, on the betting platforms, the team that has the 1.01 will disappoint you.
Yeah.
So football,
Nothing is a given.
it's a game of chance.
Yeah, nothing is a given.
And anything at all can happen.
And even talking about Cameroon, Cape Verde, I was watching our first World Cup documentary, and 2005 or so, the pitch we played on, they didn't even have changing rooms. Cape Verde.
In Praia.
In
Yes,
Praia, they didn't have
I
changing
remember.
rooms.
I remember that game.
The pitch wasn't even mowed. I saw the video. The pitch wasn't mowed. The players just came out and just came to play the game. So I think maybe they trained at the hotel or something, because there was no training room. Fast forward,
how far they've come now.
20 years later, this team is knocking Cameroon out of the group.
Yeah.
And they are qualifying for the World Cup with 19 points. So football can be very funny. Football can be very, very funny. This same team, this same Cape Verdean team is going to the World Cup at the expense of what? Onana and all Mbeumo and all these top stars. Who do you even know in Cape Verde? So football can be funny. The World Cup always shows us, underdog teams that come and make a mark. The very first game, Argentina against Iceland. Who would have thought? Iceland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even before this last World Cup when Argentina won.
Saudi
Arabia.
Yeah.
And Akwe, let me tell you one funny thing about that game. At Argentina scored, I think, 4 goals that were disallowed.
Yeah.
Then I was in the voter region. I was watching the game with a friend. And the odd for Saudi to win was 150 cedis on the Sporty platform. I will never forget that day.
Sporty bet.
I had as much as 400 cedis in my account. And my friend said, I have this feeling Saudi will win. Just loan, if you not bet, loan 10 Ghana. I said, no, this is irrational. You are crazy.
10 Ghana cedis.
I didn't give him the money.
Was going to give him what?
10 times 150 is 1,500.
Yeah.
I think.
At that time, I did not play over 40 games without it.
Yes. Thank you, Wadud. I think that was the day I should have hit the jackpot. Because even if I had put 100 cities behind
that's
that,
15,000.
but I told him that rationally it won't happen.
Yeah.
In the second half, Saudi scored 2 quick goals. I couldn't stare my friend in the face. I'm telling you, I couldn't stare him in the face. Because I said, me, I follow sports. I'm a sports presenter. I do blah, blah, blah. There is no way. Even if Andrew Gabriel comes to tell me Saudi will win, me Jin did that. But it happened.
Yeah.
And I lost the chance of being wealthier.
A millionaire.
Yes. Because if I had even stupidly followed my friend and I'd bet 100, multiply 100 by 150.
Yeah, that's 50.
And I don't think I'll ever see that odd on the Sporty platform again.
No, it comes once.
150.
Yeah, 150.
Where?
Live and play.
Oh.
And would that incident happen again?
Similar
You
incidents.
see that? I remember Young Boys versus Man United. Ronaldo's first Champions League game. I remember before the game, something said, Man U to win first half and Young Boys to win the whole match. I was like, the odds was 79 Ghana cedis. I won't forget that day. I won't forget that day. At that time too, I was really broke. So I said, make I put 10 cedis for top. Hey, money that time 10 cedis go fit buy go bell. So make I put for top. That day,
So you
I chop like 900
plus bonus. Yeah.
You chill.
10 cedi heavy 900.
Yeah. So
Oh, and Terry, you are not
you saw the
serious.
chance and
you have to be watching Sporty Plug. You are not
you
serious.
saw the chance and
Immortal will cut your head because Immortal says when you get opportunities like this, put 100.
Charlie.
No, at
And
that time,
take
I was
9,000.
broke. I was broke.
Would you even believe
You
that?
won't even think about it.
Then why are you
Ronaldo's
putting
game.
the 10?
No, Ronaldo's first game.
Once you are
young
putting
boys.
something, put something
It's a
reasonable.
reasonable risk.
Oh,
Reasonable, Charlie. Had I even put 10 CD on that, I would have got 1,500.
Even that one.
Didn't.
It's all signs of unseriousness.
I didn't batch.
If you watch, if you tune into Sporty Plug, you hear Immortal saying that you have to be serious.
Oh yeah.
You have to be serious.
As for Immortal, is a risk taker.
No, I mean, if you've been in the game for long, Charlie, it's
And those are the moments
to get
you
more
live
money. You
for.
have to take risk.
oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I know, but
To get more money,
for
you have to
some
take
of us,
risk.
we take
Because-
calculated risk.
Raymond says, okay, 2026 will tell the story.
Yeah.
oh, we'll be there.
So let's all wait.
Raymond says 2026 will tell the story. So this has been a nice debate. I'm going to activate the phone lines for. But Wadud is in the building. Wadud, is the South American qualifiers
Yeah,
easier?
it's the most difficult.
It's more difficult than Africa.
Yeah, the last one is the European qualifiers. You get me? The last one is the European. I mean, you've already it's similar if you compare the African and the South American qualifier. The only difference is
Why is it similar?
I mean the conditions, venues,
Not the
traveling
conditions per se.
and all that.
I'm even thinking the
But I mean the
quality of
high
the position.
intensity games and all is almost similar compared to the Europeans. The Europeans, they don't really play tough games like that, like the compared to the African and then the South American. And I feel like even in Africa, yeah, we have better pitches than the South Americans.
Say again.
Yeah, we have in Africa here. We have better pitches than the South Americans.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Me, I follow the South Americans very well. Apart from if Brazil is playing at home at Maracana or let's say Argentina, they always play at two stadiums, El Monumental and then Bombonera. Apart from that, they cannot take the game anywhere again. They don't have good pitches.
How about Venezuela and Caracas? Do you know the stadium?
Yes. Did you watch Bolivia against Brazil last night?
Yes, I saw the highlights.
I'm telling you, if in that game, if they play the game, let's say, if they replay the game another 90 minutes 3 times, Brazil cannot beat Bolivia.
With the players Brazil showed up with,
No,
they
even
can't.
without the players. And I mean, if you are going to weigh these things, like let's say, assuming Brazil or Argentina is going to play Bolivia 5 times each, I'm not sure they will win more than Bolivia. Because
home.
of the pitch, at home.
Yes.
Because of the conditions of the pitch.
Yes.
You know, this qualifies. Argentina beats Bolivia 3-0, but they couldn't win away to Bolivia. Similar to, and the last time Bolivia lost at home was in March 2023. So it tells you how strong they are. And you see, it also goes down to I think it's the pitch. Brazil their game couldn't flow. They seem to other teams. You cannot flow. You cannot play free fluid football. When you go to Bolivia,
I think the climate is
La Paz and
the climate
I
is
think
and all
it's the biggest contributor.
the climate because 4,000 meters. Have you tried playing football
I
up a
think-
mountain before?
Yeah, I think you know the last time Brazil visited Bolivia, they were with is it
Oxygen,
the
man.
oxygen thing and all that. After some of them vomited and all that. That's what I'm saying. Playing conditions is similar to Africa. That's why I've omitted the European qualifiers. I feel like the European qualifiers are easy.
But we are comparing Africa and
Only Africa and then because I saw Europe. I saw the European qualifiers inside the.
But
That's why I'm adding the European qualifiers.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You expect that Eswatini, you expect that Comoros.
Yes.
Yesterday, did you see the goal that Onana conceded? Did you see the pitch, the Cleveland pitch? That pitch, you and I can't even play on that pitch.
Oh, but it's similar pitches in South
Have you
America.
seen the
I'm
state?
telling you.
Have you
It's
seen the
similar
state of
pitches.
African pitches?
If you watch Uruguay against Peru, Charlie, hey,
the one in
the ball, they do like this
in
on the
Lima.
pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday I watched. I mean because of
But Lima
the
is
stock
also-
exchange. Yesterday I was online.
Lima is also another high climate area.
Yeah.
It's a mountainous area.
The pitch is
So
there.
me, I'm just using the. If it comes to the climate and all that, I think obviously South America is the toughest. And another. Oh, I mean, also you were asking me something.
Yeah, I'm talking about. See, let's talk about the pitches.
Yes.
Africa and South America. Oh,
Charlie, Morocco alone, how many good pitches? South Africa.
you're
alone, how many
talking
good
about
pitches?
some countries.
There are
No, that's what I'm
54
saying. So
there are
I
54
compare our
African
best to
countries.
their best.
No.
When
Our best, you know, go past 5. Our
swear.
best, you know, go past 5 countries.
Now how many best do they have there?
But there are only 10 countries. We are 50.
That's it. So I'm comparing our best to their best, and mostly let's assume
Their stadium in Montevideo is good.
Oh yes.
In Bogota, Colombia, is good.
Yes.
Argentina, Brazil.
Even
That-
Paraguay
that's
have a
half
very
of them.
good stadium.
Yeah, Asuncion.
Yes.
If
Yeah,
you come,
that's
if you come
also
here
good.
to Morocco, South Africa, they have like 4 or 5.
They only use
standard
one.
mod-
They only use one to play the
Even
national
Argentina,
team.
they use only 2.
But even South Africa, look at what they give us because they realize that the nice stadium doesn't
No,
get
it was
results.
tactics. That one they be tactics. It be
Exactly
it's a
our point.
planting.
Exactly
So
our
if you go to countries like Bolivia, even Ecuador, I think the game wasn't really flowing yesterday against Argentina.
And maybe them to
It wasn't really flowing.
they want to give you a wicked pitch that you will die on the pitch. It's as simple as
Okay,
that.
so another point I want to make is you play in Africa because it's in a league phase. The South American qualifier is a league phase. You play more high intensity games than Africa. If you look at Morocco, Charlie, just whitewash. They just whitewash all the teams. In South America, you cannot do that.
Once upon a time, it wasn't always like that for Morocco.
No,
their
that-
team
we are
is
not
in
talking
their
about
team.
once upon a time. We are talking
No,
about
their team is in
currently
fantastic
in
form.
the last 2 qualifiers
The
or
last time Morocco
qualifiers.
lost the game was at the AFCON against South Africa.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you are talking about how Morocco is just
So I'm
having
just-
the
I'm
team.
just
I mean
saying to buttress it.
the quality of the games. If let's assume maybe Argentina, because they are 10 teams, so sometimes the argument is kind of it makes it very difficult. But I mean, if Argentina were in Africa and they were playing with Chad, Eswatini, and
Don't get all those people. They'll get stronger teams too as well.
very stronger team. Morocco in group with a strong team there. Make I check Morocco. Let me check Morocco's group.
So why are you using
Why
just
you
Morocco?
as a
why
captain?
why
Right now they are the best.
Okay,
They are the
check-
best.
Check
I
on
think they are the
Morocco's
best.
group and give us the lineup.
Well, I think it's not really.
So this is Morocco. This is Morocco, and this is Morocco's
Morocco,
group.
Tanzania,
Niger,
Niger, Zambia, and Congo Republic.
So you see,
Eritrea was supposed to be there, but they pulled
yeah,
out of the
exactly. So Morocco 7 games, 7 wins. So I mean, if it was in the league phase and Morocco were in the same group with, assuming Ghana, maybe Mali, maybe DR Congo, I'm not sure they would have won easily 7 games out of 7.
It's not our fault that God gave us 54 African countries and God gave them 10. They are even their Copa America. They go and call Jamaica and their friends.
they go and-
It's because of the nature. But I mean,
That's why I don't rate
but I mean,
South
even if you look at the 10 countries in South America, even if you are playing Bolivia, if you are playing Venezuela, it's always high intensity.
Yeah.
That's my point. But Morocco can play against Niger. Charlie, Niger, no be match. You know Morocco win 5-0, 6-0.
You know, say
4-0.
Niger won over them last qualifying. They beat Tanzania.
You know they need that game. You know it wasn't.
Niger beat Tanzania 1-0.
Niger came to Accra here now. Then people were chanting for Bruce to miss the penalty. We were here. We sat here and we lost to them.
I mean, you see, before the match, even what did Kek say about Niger? Or was it not Niger?
Yeah,
Say Niger. What there's this guy. What was the name of the guy? The right back. He was saying even that guy he
Get into his
he
team.
just challenge. See all this. So that is Niger. It was Fala.
So,
It's just Ghana that we didn't do well. We didn't do our homework well. Najib.
Yeah.
It's just Ghana that we didn't do our homework well. Unfortunately, we didn't. So I mean, if I'm comparing the South American and the African color, where I'll mark it the same is the pitches and then the traveling experiences and all that. It's almost similar. And then where I'll put South America ahead of Africa is the quality of the games. In South America, any game you are playing, Charlie, if you are not careful, there might be an upset. Then that's also down to maybe because they have just 10 teams. All the 10 teams are competitive. I'm sure if Africa was 20 teams full of maybe Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria, it would have been competitive. But like you said, it's not anyone's fault. So I mean, where I'll rank them the same is the pitches and then the traveling experience. But the quality of the games, I'll give it to South America. And you were mentioning something about the World Cup. Raymond was saying something about is the mentality. In 2018, Egypt couldn't be Saudi Arabia. Egypt were in the same group with Saudi Arabia, Russia, and then I think Uruguay.
Yes, that's
They lost,
right.
they lost all the three games. Do you know how Senegal lost out of qualifying out of the 2018 group?
On disciplinary grounds.
Yeah,
But I mean, they could have
yellow cards.
the header. I mean, is it Yeremina or someone? Papa Idrissa Ghana, he was just in the post. So it's the demeanor, mentality, and everything. He could have cleared the ball, but he was just relaxed. He didn't care about anything. Eventually, they lost. So sometimes we can compete by some psychological and some petty things that we need to do.
I agree.
That could change a lot of things.
So you feel that on the whole, the South American qualifiers are more difficult. But Andy and V-Power think that the African qualifiers.
What I'm saying, it's almost similar. But where I'll rank the South American is the quality of the matches.
Okay.
Yeah, any game is competitive. Any game at all is competitive. You see, like yesterday, Ecuador against Argentina. Charlie, that game, there was no impact in the game. If Ecuador lose, there's nothing at stake. If Argentina lose, but you see the red cards that are flying and all that, tackles and everything, high intensity. So I mean, these are some of the things I'm talking about. In Africa, it's another point. Maybe it will go down to the apart from Morocco and then Tunisia, the rest of the games will go down to the last round of qualifying.
Even Ghana, we are not safe.
Yeah, we are not safe. You go around, you go down.
Oh, we are not safe.
Oh, we are not safe.
Oh, but
we are not safe.
But you see, if we cannot manage to get 4 points out of our last 2 games, then Charlie.
It's Black Stars of Ghana you're talking about too.
Oh, I know, but if you look at it realistically,
It would have been all easier.
We would have qualified. We would have qualified by this time if you had won against Chad.
No, but do you know that if you are doing the maths, Otto in the games that he's played, he played Mali.
Yeah.
In Bamako.
Yeah.
He got 3 points.
Yeah.
Then he got 3 points versus Central African Republic. Then got 4 points out of 6 versus Chad. Right? So that makes it what? 10.
Yeah.
10 out of a possible 12. Then he beat Mali. 3 out of 3. So let's say 15 out of a possible 18. Right?
Yeah.
And he's got 15 points. And Chris Hughton, who started the campaign with us, got 3 out of 6 points. So come on, let's cut to some slack. In the World Cup qualifiers, he's been that good, yet to lose a game. So I would want to believe that sort of form will continue, especially when he says we have learned our lesson and then we will not underrate any side. So in that regard, I think he's done remarkably well. But the concerns are there, and people expect that, okay, maybe he's not the man to lead the team. But within the context that we are discussing, in terms of the World Cup, his point build-up and everything has been impressive. So I'm just hoping that we know what is at stake. We play Central African Republic away. They don't need points for anything. But the thing is, you can never be so sure that you are going to win, especially with the sort of coach that we have. There's a lack of conviction around him.
Yeah.
Then we play Comoros. We have a 3-point advantage. Oh, no more, come on. If he bottles it there, then maybe you have to stay at Central African Republic.
I mean, if Otuado qualifies Ghana to the World Cup, it wouldn't make sense to sack him. That's what they will tell you.
Well,
because why would he qualify as to the World Cup? And if we talk about changing a coach, that means it's going to be this same football people going to appoint another coach. What shows they will appoint someone better than him? Someone who is capable of changing this Ghana team within a short period.
Somebody with more experience.
And can he change this Ghana team within a short period and do magic at the World Cup? Because Charlie, if the way we play against Mali, if you go walk away with some Spain or France, Charlie, we go fit chop like 6. See,
and you want us to take him there? You want us to keep the same manager?
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, but the thing is, if he takes us to the World Cup, it wouldn't make sense to sack him. Because
now that you've identified that Spain will give us 6.
Maybe he has come out to say no, maybe to attack someone, or then they'll say,
hold on,
the idea doesn't say right.
Let's take our time. Now that you've identified that, we'll probably take 6 goals from Spain if he takes us to the World Cup. You still want us to close our eyes and take
him? What if maybe he will improve after qualifying us?
Okay.
Because what I saw against Mali and Chad,
you have hope that you will improve.
That means if you start against Spain, from minute 12, you're going to be in our post, Charlie, for 90 minutes.
10-0.
Double pivot.
They go last few rounds because, Charlie, I mean, against Mali, Charlie, we had party. Sibo. In the opening stages, we were controlling the game. So what happened after 1-0? Why should we go and sit back and let Mali be dictating the game?
He wanted to hit them on the counter. That's why he brought Joseph Painsil, who has pace. He brought Kamaldeen Suleiman.
You took out Kudus around 82nd minute.
Yeah, he wanted to hit them on the counter.
But I mean, 82nd minute. What if we wanted around 50 something? What if they had equalized before that 82nd minute?
I think if you can look at the Otado situation, but some of these players need to grow up. Look, these teams that we tout them to be the best, their players think in quote. So there were 2 instances. And look, how old is Iñaki? He's 30, right?
Yeah.
29.
29?
Yeah.
Okay. That Kamaldeen ball that he decided to go all the way and eventually lost the ball to the goalkeeper. If you spot where Iñaki was running from and made himself available, that boy, he plays JHS football. Kamaldeen Suleiman. He's not serious.
That's how Vinicius
Charlie.
Black Stars is not a Macquarie ground.
Please,
why the goal is Macquarie?
On that day, I was very upset. I was doing a podcast, and I was sitting next to V Power. V Power was in a different media stand, and he saw the way I was giving it to Gideon Mensah. Look, the guy cannot give a forward pass.
The player should take responsibility.
What happened to his crossing? And there was a guy sitting next to me who said, "Oh, if he says since he married, no, right now, as he married right now, I know if he cross the ball."
They didn't marry, we change his life.
You see, even against in the Mali game, we had 2 such opportunities.
Oh yeah,
Joe Pinto made a darting run, meandering run, gave the ball to Kamaldeen. Inaki was better placed. No, I think Joe Pinto did that run. And he had options to his right and left and chose to go with Kamaldeen Suleiman. Meanwhile, Iñaki was through and go. And then there were other situations like that. Against Chad, you see, I'm saying the players should grow up, some of them, against Chad. You watch Ekuya walk through the midfield, walk through leisurely. No more, Wakasu will send you to
hospital.
The nearest hospital in Chad. And so some of the players need to grow up. I think the coach has his own issues. But look, sometimes, let's be realistic. Some of these players, they need to know. The Black Stars they are playing for, it is not just any team. It is a team that has, in the past, given us good football and quality players. So if you ask people, if you like, do a trivia or a fun session. Ask people. Between Antoniana and maybe Kosisibo. No, 10 people, 8 will take Antoniana.
Antoniana is a fast stretch. Edmond Ado, that cool calm back.
Yeah.
And then Sibu.
You understand? You understand? Ask them. In our backline currently, the only player that will play in that Asamoah Gyan, John Mensah team, Jonathan Mensah, is Alexander Jiku.
Yeah, I think
he's the only player that, if you come to the midfield, maybe the only player that will be on the bench is Partey. If you go up front, no Robinson. Nobody. Who will bench Asamoah Gyan?
Nobody.
Who will bench Muntari?
Nobody.
Who will bench Stephen Appiah?
None.
Who will bench Rai?
Nah.
I mean, I think Otuaro he's built for big games, so we see him well at the World Cup.
He's built for big games.
The three back, man.
Which big game?
The three back. The one that he did against Portugal. Actually, three back. Can't play.
But we lost that game, didn't we?
Yeah, but I mean, it was, you could see the signs, you could see something. That's what I mean. What I'm against him. Like, we've not seen, like, from that time, we've not seen, like, improvement. Because at least if you are in a team for like 3 years, Charlie, at least foresee some handiwork or some sign. But I mean, in the World Cup, I want, obviously, with our rankings and all that, we will obviously be in a tough group. So I want France and Spain in the same.
But we haven't qualified. You want what?
We'll qualify.
You want France and Spain in the same group?
Yes.
Do what?
Oh. Make you show one mojo.
What do?
Ghana, make you show one mojo.
Charlie,
you make the coach show in defensive capability.
We want Interbe teams.
Look,
we want
no. I mean, obviously, where they'll put us in pot 4.
Oh,
so
that
pot 5.
We are pot 3.
Sure, but pot 3, but you know the things.
We don't sound like that. We are pot 3.
Ghana, in Africa, yeah, what's our ranking?
Pot 4 be Bolivia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea.
That's where we go.
Ghana.
Yes.
Bro.
That's where we'll be. The last time where we be. Pot 4. That's where we go.